Hi everybody, I'm Ventbot, and today I'm going to show you how to create the Summoner. It's a really cool CV2 gadget that when you put your hand down, it will summon a player right to your position. It does require beta tools to be enabled, so make sure your map has beta tools enabled. In order to do that, look at your watch, click this room, go to Settings, and then scroll down and make sure Allow Creative Tools Beta turned on. Okay, that is a requirement because one of the chips is in beta currently. So to start, we're going to pull out our Maker Pen by looking at our watch. Oops. Clicking Backpack and use under the Maker Pen. I'm going to create the chips right on this wall. So I'm going to set my snapping to surface to keep the chips nice and clean. Click Create, open Palette, and the first thing I'm going to need is a CV2 button. That's under Gadgets, CV2 Gadgets, and Button V2. I'm actually going to need two of those, so I'm going to put one there and one here. Okay, next I'm going to need right hand velocity. So if I open Palette, go to Circuits V2, search, and then type in right player right hand velocity. There we go. Spawn in that. And then I'm going to need right hand position as well. Okay. There it is. Alright. Now I need vector split. I'm going to place that there. And now I need the less than chip. Okay. And now I need an if chip. And I'll explain what these chips are for here in a moment. And I'll also need an event receiver chip. Everybody's favorite chip. Okay, that should be it. So there's not very many chips needed. Now let's start some wiring. So I want the person that pushes this button to be able to summon the person that pushes this button. So what I'm going to do is look at my Maker Pen, choose wire, and under the pressed option for player, I'm going to wire that to the player right hand velocity and to the player right hand position. Okay, and then I want to take the vector of the velocity and I want to split it out. So we're going to look at the y vector, and I'm going to configure the less than b portion and say -5. So what this is going to do is when I move my hand down 5 vectors, it's going to do something. So I want to go here, connect the result to the condition. I want to configure the event receiver to be update 30 Hz, and then wire the executable to the if executable. And I'm going to wire I need one more chip. I'm going to click Create, and this is the beta chip here. It's set position. That's the important thing. If I click wire, then I want to execute if that condition is true. The position is going to be where my right hand is. And the target is going to be the player that pushed this button. And that's it. So if I push this button here, and I push this button, I'm now the summoner and the one that's being summoned. So if I take my right hand, push it down, you'll see that I'm kind of teleporting up a little bit. That's because I'm going to my own position. And in a moment, I'll bring in somebody else and we can test it together. And I'll show you how it works. But this is kind of cool. But one thing is, if you're in a room with a bunch of people and you don't know who the summoner is or the summonee, it might be difficult. So what we can do is we can change the text on these buttons. Instead of saying push me, we can have it say who the people actually are. So in order to do that, I'm going to need a couple things. First, I'm going to need the button text. Set button text. Okay. I need one for each button. And then I'm going to need the toString . If I can spell it right. Okay. Okay. Now I can do some wiring. So, first of all, what I'm wanting to convert is the player name. So I want to wire from the toString value to the player. The result's going to go to the text. And I want it to execute every time this button is pushed. So I'm going from the execute from the button v2 to the execute of the button set text. Now the target of the button set text is going to be this button. And that should be all the wiring I need. Let's go over here and we're going to do the same thing. Player, result's going to be the text, target is this button, execute every time the button is pushed. So now it changes to my name and changes to my name again because I'm the one controlling and the one being controlled. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, let's look at this one more time. Just a quick recap. The player that... I moved that by mistake. The player that pushes the button, we're going to get their hand velocity. And we're going to split it. And anytime the y vector is less than 5, then it's going to look at if. And then if it's true, it's going to execute this set position chip, which the target is going to be the player that pushed this button. And the position is going to be the original player's right hand position. Okay? All right, I'm going to invite one of my friends in here and I can show you a little bit more about how it works. But before I do that, something to make it a little bit easier to distinguish which button does what, I'm going to recolor this button red. Okay, stay tuned. Okay, everybody, this is my friend, Just Some Guy. That's actually his name, Just Some Guy. He's going to help us. So, Just Some Guy, if you can go over there and push the red button, and you will be the summonee. Okay, you can see the button changed to his name. So now when I take my right hand and I push it down, he gets teleported to me. So no matter where I go on the map, I can even fly over here and I push this button, or put my hand down, he flies down here and teleports to me. Even if I go into this little room, put my hand down, he teleports to me. I can go anywhere on the map, even outside of this little room, put my hand down, and he teleports to me. Pretty cool. Thanks for your help, Just Some Guy. I appreciate it. Bye. Okay, another little helpful hint is if you want to put your right hand down more in order for it to execute, you just raise this number, or actually lower it. So if maybe -5 is I'm summoning people by mistake because I'm putting my hand down, I can make it say -7, in which case it requires me to put my hand down even further. Or if I want to only be able to do it just a little bit, I can make it say -2, -3, and it would only require me to go down a little bit. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that subscribe button and like, and let me know what you want to see next time. All right, thanks. Have a great day.